Greetings, Virgo. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I'm here to do your June 2020 General Love Reading. This will be for Virgos by Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, so stay tuned to see if any of the messages resonate with you. Got my music going, got my glass of wine, and it's time for another June reading. Now, y'all, it's been a while since I've done a reading for the YouTube channel. I just made my post on Instagram after a while too. I've been going through a lot and just having to take the time to myself, so I hope that you all understand that. It is what it is, but I do, of course, want y'all to know. I feel like I owe it to you to tell you. But we are going to be reading with the Fountain Tarot today. So I'm going to see what messages we have for you. Now, the energies could be interchangeable, or vice versa. Just take what applies, and if this isn't your message, especially if you're a subby, just know that the next one likely will be, and you can also check any of your other planetary alignments. If you are Virgo rising, check your sun, your moon, your Venus, your Jupiter, however it applies, you know? So what we've got here is the Ace of Cups. So this is showing me that new love is coming in. We also have the Page of Cups and the Chariot. This is beautiful energy. Now this new love that's coming in isn't necessarily from somebody new. I always paint the comparison between, you know, when I'm seeing if it's new, or if it's like somebody that you're having new love with from the past, or someone you've already been acquainted with. You know, the Ace of Cups is more so that newness of somebody coming in that you don't know, whereas the Page of Cups, you know, can generally signify someone that you've already had some energy built up with. Now, I was feeling that it was somebody that you've already been dealing with. And, you know, the Page of Cups comes out too. So it reaffirms that it's not just the new energy of the Ace of Cups. If that makes any sense. So, and that's just for me as a reader. Now, this is kind of aligning with the message that I actually did do from Instagram when I pulled the Six of Wands. And you can go check that out. My Instagram is in the description box below, as well as any information for booking a personal reading. Thank you to those who book your personal readings and support me, and I'm glad that the messages resonate with you. I love all my subbies, and I love the people who I get to share this journey with. Now, to get back to the reading, it really seems as though things may have been stagnant in the past and they're beginning to move forward. The reason that it's beginning to move forward is because of the way that someone is seeing you, Virgo, or the way that you're seeing someone else, okay? And it's likely, you know, for many of you, it's the way you're beginning to see someone else. Like, you've likely had a lot going on, and maybe you didn't want to focus on love, but focus on this person because it was such a strong connection that you didn't know how to make sense of, or it just wasn't time. But you're thinking about this person. I feel like this is the person that you've been praying for. If you write notes, if you write poetry, if you scribe, if you do things like that, you know, like journaling and stuff like that, spiritual journaling or just journaling in general, you know, you write about your feelings about this person a lot, and you're seeing how things are changing. It might be blowing your mind. I feel the way you're coming around to see this person's value, because it helps you make sense of why they're in your life. You know, I'm a Taurus, and in Vedic astrology, I am a Virgo ascendant. So I align with like my tropical and Vedic alignments, even though I'm a Libra ascendant in the tropics. But I say that to say that and along with being a Taurus in both, I understand that need for practicality to really make sense of things and to understand things. And I feel as though you weren't really ready to love this person or put your all into it or make the investments or open yourself up to it until you realized why this person came into your life, okay? Because it seems just so powerfully serendipitous, right? So powerfully serendipitous. But things are going to begin to take off. Now, just watch out for any tendencies to be emotionally insecure about the situation. 3 of Coins at the bottom of the deck. And when I say emotionally insecure about the situation, it's like, you know, when we get in our feelings, because our feelings are challenged, we can tend to react in a certain way, Virgo, that is off-putting. Okay, that's off-putting. And the thing is, you don't want to be off-putting while you're trying to understand the situation. And you don't need to keep everything at such a distance just to understand the situation too. I think the immersion into it is what's really helping you. And it's being forced upon you. Many of you, this is being forced upon you. It's not necessarily that you were active in trying to make this change, but it just hit you one day because one thing after another has been happening in your life. Maybe it's the fact that you felt as though this person had to prove to you that they love you. They could have said that they love you. They could tell you that all the time. They could do little things to show you. But you know what you've gone through in the past, and you know how people can be smooth talkers and smooth operators, you know? So, like, maybe now this person is starting to prove their value or worth to you in a way that's making you look at the situation differently. Now, for the cross watcher, you may be saying, well, that's not fair. Like, you know, I shouldn't just be having to sit around and prove to this person. What about me? What about, yeah. I hear that for any cross watchers that are watching. However, sometimes it's not the way it goes, okay? And I feel like you, Virgo, and the cross watcher have been on both sides of this here, where it's like this tug of war where one of you is kind of pulling away and doing your own thing and acting nonchalant and oblivious, and the other person is showing interest, and then when, you know, this person starts to show interest, you know, you shift into that energy. So it's showing definitely that you're mirroring one another, okay? There's a lot to be seen about this situation, and it's going to come to light. With the Three of Coins, I see this is something that you want to work on and balance. You likely have to be cutting somebody out of your life that you have invested in, or just a way of life that you had invested in to make this work with somebody. And you're trying to bring the two together. And actually, the words that I just used are perfectly described in the imagery of this card here, because we have the three parts for the Three of Coins, but you see how there's that balancing act of what someone has to give up to come down to two here, and also bring it together, trying to bring the two together. And this is you two coming together by making all of the parts work, because you had to decide, as you see, not all of these three parts are even, okay? This person is gonna begin to take precedence in this bottom layer here to where they are more than just an option, or, you know, your work or your career or your music or your art or whatever it is that you do doesn't always have this person in a secondary or tertiary mode. So yeah, you're gonna start to make more time for them. They will appreciate it very highly. But we have the Seven of Swords in the Tower. So where you felt like you couldn't trust this person or the situation before, you're coming to. Again, this person is just showing you who they are. And I don't even think that they're aware of it. I don't think they're aware of how many notes you're taking. Like, you're really, really studying this person. You're really trying to figure this person out on an emotional level and see what the depths of them are, because you want somebody who's going to be able to love deeply and also be very loyal and affectionate and not leave you and not cheat on you and do things that will compromise the energies, which is why you may have been leaving everything open, okay? So I see that it's time to give this connection something. We have the Six of Wands, again, like I told you that I pulled in the Instagram story. You know, you're gonna have a victory here, and it's because you're choosing to fight for it. And it's not a question on if the other person's gonna fight for it, because the moment you open yourself up and you begin to do those little things, they're gonna slowly begin to match you. Do I think they're gonna move light speed ahead towards you because they see the doors are opening? No, because they've gotten to know you and they've gotten to study your pace and see that you do like to be methodical, take things slow. So they're gonna match that, but you're gonna see that there will be a victory because this person loves you. I'm getting from many of you, this person told you that they don't love you anymore. That they told you that they're gonna like pull their feelings back from you and try to focus on their own thing. Like, they've communicated this with you because they understand that, or they felt at least, that this is something that you didn't want, but they still want you in their life. That could have been something within itself that proved something to you, you know? But this person wants you in their life, but they said, you know what, hey, like, if they've been going through a lot of stress and anxiety and they were feeling like that they can't trust the situation as well, as far as not really just trusting you, but just with the matters of the heart, because they might have been having a lot of anxiety over it. They're like, hey, you know, I still want you. Like, I think the dynamic that y'all are building, since one of you decided to step back and step away, it's allowing you, oh, sorry, I got a new Instagram follower, yes. But it's allowing you to see the friendship side of things that we know that's very important in a relationship, right? And you start to see other things that matter, other things that are super crucial, okay? The Emperor, are you willing to put in the work, okay? Is this what you really, really want? Because you're a manifester, you are a creator, and the thing is, you are going to bring into your life exactly what you seek. Usually the Emperor card will be how it's come up in readings before when I read with this deck, is where, you know, you have this figure here, the Emperor, who's trying to put a box on someone, trying to contain the situation. And I think you've tried to contain the situation before, but now this is a lifting of the box instead of a placing, to where you're allowing things to be open. You're allowing things to take form, okay? You're not trying to have so much control over the situation and the rigidity. This person is proving their worth to you. And you feel obligated to prove it to them too, because you love them and you want them. And you are the type of person that's going to give to those who give to you. Okay, so I look forward to your bonus readings to see how the energies of this relationship progress. But for right now, it seems pretty beautiful, pretty solid, and I hope that it continues that way for you, Virgo, for all of you that resonate with this. Now, again, if you want to book a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. I don't have my pricings on there because my pricings may change depending on if I'm deciding to do a special or whatever it is, and I don't keep up with changing that info too much. I have the types of readings that I do and the other services that I offer. You can email me and we can talk about the price ranges and such. And, you know, you get your readings within 24 hours. I highly encourage you to follow me on Instagram at Healing Culture, HTX, Culture with a K. That's in the description box below. I will follow you back as well to be a part of your journey. If you are a YouTube reader particularly who has been following me, or that is, you know, for the first time coming into contact with my video, leave a comment and let me know your channel so I can check out your work. I'm looking to open up collaborations soon. A lot of great things in the making. So until next time, I love you, Virgo.